Ricky Gervais criticizes Keir Starmer in live interview clip goes viral, sparks debate. Okay, this is one of those moments where comedy and politics crash head-on and no one walks away quietly. While most of the media was focused on cabinet polls and PMQs, Ricky Gervais took aim at Labour leader Keir Starmer in a way that's got the internet absolutely buzzing. It happened live, uncensored, and completely unexpected. One moment, he was cracking jokes about Hollywood elites, and the next, he was challenging the leader of the UK's biggest opposition party in front of millions. The clip is short, but the impact? Massive. During a guest appearance on a late-night podcast known for its freewheeling format and zero-filter, Gervais was asked about the state of British politics. He smirked, leaned into the mic, and said, "You know, I just can't take Starmer seriously anymore. He's too busy trying not to offend anyone. It's like watching a spokesperson for a student union, not a prime minister in waiting." The hosts laughed, but then Gervais doubled down. "I get it. Be decent, be inclusive. But if everything you say has to be safe, then what's the point? Real leadership means saying hard things, not rehearsing buzzwords in a focus group." And that's when the internet lit up. Within minutes, the clip was flying across X, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even landing on political subreddits and news forums. But here's the twist: this isn't just about what Gervais said. It's about what it triggered. Because whether you agree with him or not, the reaction has revealed something deeper, something raw, something very real about how a growing chunk of the public feels about modern politics and about Keir Starmer specifically. Let's break this down. Keir Starmer has spent the last 3 years trying to rebrand Labour as steady, electable, and professional. He's not shouting on picket lines. He's not promising to nationalize every industry. He's not Jeremy Corbyn. But with that rebrand comes criticism, especially from those who feel he's become too safe, too scripted, and too afraid to challenge dominant narratives. And when someone like Ricky Gervais, globally recognized, brutally honest, and famously independent, steps up and calls it out, it lands differently. Comments started flooding in. One user posted, "When comedians are saying what the rest of us are thinking, you know we've got a problem." Another said, "Not a fan of Gervais usually, but he nailed this. Starmer talks like a spokesperson, not a leader." Of course, not everyone agreed. A Labour supporter tweeted, "This is exactly why politics shouldn't be judged by comedians chasing laughs. Gervais doesn't understand policy, he understands punchlines." But that's the conversation now, isn't it? Because in an age where viral clips often shape public perception faster than policy papers, maybe punchlines are policy. And whether Labour likes it or not, this moment has pierced their media bubble. Political commentators are taking notice too. One senior analyst told The Spectator, "This wasn't just a celebrity soundbite. It struck a nerve. Starmer's appeal to moderate voters is built on control and predictability, but now, even that is being mocked." And here's where it gets even more layered. Because this isn't the first time Ricky Gervais has waded into political waters. From his legendary Golden Globe speech calling out hypocrisy in Hollywood, to past comments about free speech and identity politics, Gervais has made a name for himself by saying what others won't. He doesn't belong to the left or the right. He doesn't toe a party line. That's why people listen. When he speaks, it doesn't feel like spin. It feels like frustration. The kind many people, especially young, disillusioned voters, are quietly feeling too. Now, let's talk about Keir Starmer. His silence on the clip? So far, total. No statement. No rebuttal. No cheeky tweet. Nothing. And maybe that's the strategy: don't fuel it, don't acknowledge it, and let it pass. But in the age of algorithms and 15-second virals, silence can backfire. Because if the public thinks you're ignoring criticism, especially from someone outside the political class, it doesn't come off as strong. It comes off as out of touch. The real takeaway here? This wasn't about Gervais versus Starmer. It was about something bubbling under the surface of British politics. A weariness with carefulness. A growing distrust of overly polished leadership. A hunger for authenticity even when it's messy. And if someone like Ricky Gervais can speak to that feeling better than a man running for Prime Minister, then Labour might want to rethink more than just their next press release. So what happens now? Will Starmer confront the criticism? Will Labour supporters try to spin it as just another celebrity craving attention? Or will this viral moment force a broader conversation about what kind of leadership voters actually want? Because here's the truth. If more people are tuning in to comedians for political truth than the politicians themselves, that says everything. And the question remains. If the joke hits harder than the policy, who's really running the narrative? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.